G'day punters, welcome to the Leg Up Australia. I'm Blake Johnston and I'm going to be going through the meeting at Randwick with you on Saturday. We've got a couple of Group 1s. We've got the Group 1 Epsom over the mile and we have the Group 1 Metropolitan over 2,400 metres. We're currently on a soft 5 surface. Clear weather tomorrow. There is a bit of cloud about and possible showers on Saturday. So we're either going to be racing on a good 4 surface or we're going to be racing on a soft 5 surface. So that's what we're working with. I think the best bet of the day comes up relatively early in the third race, number 4, Dealmaker. From the Chris Wallace stable, James McDonald is in the saddle. This horse has had 3 runs back from a spell. The first one was over too short a distance behind Sweet Deal. He ran on really nicely. And then the last 2 over 1,500 metres and 1,600 metres. He's drawn wide. He's gone way back. He's got too far out of his ground and he's had some of the best closing sectionals of the day in those 2 runs. He's drawn barrier 4. I think that's the key here. He can get close enough to the speed. He doesn't need to be too close, but he has been close enough in the past. He's led on an occasion. He led in the Rough Habit last preparation, so he can be thereabouts, and I think he's going to be too good for them. Benchmark 88, he looks well placed. He's got 58 kilos. As I said, J-Max riding in good form. 1,600 metres, 4th up, absolutely at his peak. Last start was seen running on from the back of the field behind Juniper, and I think he can be running on again, and I just have him too good, settling close enough. I think he is in really good form. He's come back really well, and I think this is his chance to get that win this preparation. Racing really well without winning so far this prep, but we'll get it this one. So that's race 3, number 4, Dealmaker, the best bet of the day. The next best bet of the day comes up in the Premier Stakes over 1,200 metres. It's race 5, number 2, Classique Legend, the Big Grey. I think this horse is going to be super hard to beat. Couple of brilliant trials prior to his first up effort in the Group 2 shorts where he measured right up to some of the best sprinters in Australia. He split Pierata and Redzel there. He was held up into the straight. He couldn't get a clear crack at them. The gap opened up and he just couldn't go with Pierata late. Pierata had a run under his belt and this horse was first up. I think he improves on that effort. I have him rolling over from barrier 5 to sit outside Home of the Brave. The other danger in the race is Osborne Bulls and he's drawn the outside barrier. I think he's probably going to get back and be the one running on, but I just think this horse with the run under his belt, he's going to be really hard to get past. He skips clear at the top of the straight and I have him really hard to beat. That run in the short says he is ready to win and he is on his way to that Everest start. I have him really hard to beat. So that is race 5, number 2, Classique Legend. The value bet comes up in the Doncaster. The value bet comes up in the Epsom, the other major mile at Randwick. I think this horse is going to be super hard to beat. Right up the top of the weights, number 1, Dream Force. He's drawn really badly, which has turned a few people off him in the market, but he's going to go forward anyway. I have only Archidemus, the other horse, going forward in the race. This horse is going to roll forward. I think he makes his own luck on the speed, and I think he is going to be too good for them. Last preparation, he did run second in that Doncaster behind Brutal. This time in, he's come back. He's measured up to weight for age. First up, he won the Tramway. He beat most of these horses. He gave them an absolute caning in that race. He won by 3 lengths first up, raced on the speed, proved a mile too good for them. So they're going to have to improve on him to beat him from that effort. And then last start, he measured up to weight for age in the George Main, running second to another star, Avilius. This is a really good horse, Dreamforce, and he deserves his Group 1. I think he gets it. Nash on board again. He'll roll over, make his own luck on the speed, and I just have him too good for them. The last few years, the winner has come from the top of the weight, so I think they can do it again. I think he's going to be really hard to beat, and I do think $7.50 is absolutely really good value about him. So that's Randwick race 7, the Epsom, number 1, Dreamforce, the value bet of the day for me. And then the roughie of the day comes up in the Metropolitan. So that is race 8. I am going with number 7, Big Duke. I have this horse right in the finish at about $16. He's Competed really well in the Metropolitan in the past. Last year, he started $5.50 behind Patrick Aaron, and he looked like he was going to run right into the race, but he just got shut out in the straight a couple of times. He didn't get clear galloping room. He started $5.50 and carried 56.5 that day, and I think if he does get the splits when he wanted, he would have been right in the finish. The year before that, he just got beat by Foundry at about $5. He carried 55 kilos that day. He comes into the race with only 54 kilos on his back. This time around, he meets the race earlier in his preparation. So he's only second up. His first up run was every bit as good as Scarlet Dreams, who's right hard up in the market. He's drawn barrier 10. Jay Collett's in good form. I think he improves on that first up effort. 2,400 metres second up is ideal, and I think Chris Lees has targeted this race, and he's going to go on and be competitive in the major staying races in the Spring Carnival. I have him marked a lot shorter than his current $16 odds. So that is Randwick, race 8, number 7, Big Duke, the roughie of the day at Randwick. That is it from me. If you are going to have a bet at Randwick on Saturday, please do so responsibly. And as always from the Leg Up Australia, good luck and good punting.